Ahoy! And jolly Friday, me mates and fellow Pastafarians. Today we mark Nothingness Appreciation Day, a solemn yet lightly sauced occasion on which we pause to admire not only the absence of things, but the deeply enigmatic fact that anything exists at all. For as philosophers have long asked, usually while appearing mildly distressed and gazing at a point about 4 inches in front of their noses. Why is there something rather than nothing? This question, of course, is not a trivial one. It is, in fact, the question that causes philosophers to write many books, physicists to invent new particles, and Pastafarians to refill their tankards with grog and listen carefully. Because nothing, if we are honest, seems like the easier option. No laws, no constants, no meetings. And yet, here we are. A universe full of matter, energy, gravity, time, and at least one land-loving pescatarian microwaving fish in a public space. Thinkers both ancient and modern have proposed many answers. Some cerebral master debaters have claimed something exists because it must. Other oral arguments have suggested because it was necessary. A few cunning linguists have speculated because nothing was unstable, bored, and insufficiently supervised. Pastafarian cosmology offers a less heady and more mundane suggestion. Perhaps nothingness was perfectly content until it wasn't. Perhaps the void wobbled. Perhaps it sneezed. Perhaps it was lightly brushed by a noodly appendage and thought, well, this is new. And thus, without commandment or grand intention, something happened. This aligns neatly with the Pastafarian understanding of reality, that the universe is not the result of rigid purpose, but of causal emergence, not designed so much as allowed, not commanded into being, but politely suggested. And what of nothingness now? Nothingness has not vanished. It remains in the spaces between atoms, in the silence between thoughts, and in the pause before we decide we must have an opinion. Nothingness is not the enemy of existence. It is the background. It is the dark canvas upon which the stars reluctantly appear. The quiet that makes sound meaningful. The empty bowl that allows pasta to be served at all. So, on this day, we seek to apprehend nothingness. We honor it. We recognize that without nothing, something would have nowhere to be. Without emptiness, fullness would be meaningless. Without unanswered questions, wisdom teeth would have nothing to chew on. The flying spaghetti monster in his infinite and undefined wisdom offers no final answer to the question. He merely twirls his noodles and suggests that we remain curious, humble, and lightly amused by existence. For if something exists rather than nothing, then perhaps the universe itself is an accident worth appreciating and not over-explaining. So go forth, pirates of the mind. Sit with the void. Ask the big questions. Let your noodle grok the lack of tidy answers and be grateful that instead of nothing at all, we have this. However strange, temporary, and saucy it may be. Ramen. Aye, aye. and goodbye.